Last night, Evans attended the red carpet premiere of the new movie Patriots Day, about the marathon bombings. He stood shoulder to shoulder with actors Mark Wahlberg, Kevin Bacon, real-life survivors Patrick Downs and Jessica Kensky, plus Elizabeth Warren, Ed Davis, David Ortiz, and others. Earlier today, the group held a news conference about the movie. WGBH arts editor Jared Bowen, he was there.
First came the Boston Marathon bombings. Days later, a massive manhunt for two suspected terrorists that resulted in a Watertown shootout. That literally brought the city to a halt. It was surreal enough that many at the time felt they were watching an actual movie unfold. Now, it is one.
You release the photos of our guys, sit back and listen, trust me. You gotta start letting Boston work for us, I'm telling you.
Patriots Day is a thriller that traces the bombing and its aftermath, including the days-long search for the Tsarnaev brothers. Boston native Mark Wahlberg is the producer and star, playing a composite of actual police officers.
I'm so damn proud of the way my city responded. They redefined the term hero for me.
The film opens in Boston next week, but today Wahlberg, director Peter Berg, and a host of officials and victims involved in the real-life attacks appeared at a press conference.
Throughout it, it was all about the victims, making sure, the message we sent was how much we cared about them.
Survivor Jessica Kensky, who ultimately lost both legs to the bombings, says the film was difficult to watch, and she still questions her own involvement in the production.
Hearing everyone today, the theme is, did they get it right? And I think that's an impossible question for a survivor. And I think that's what I realized last night, is that this movie is never going to feel right to them. It can feel okay, and they can feel respected, and they can feel proud and happy it was done, but right is so hard.
The events, officials said today, are still vividly burned in their memories. Rick Delorier led the FBI investigation and is played by Kevin Bacon in the movie.
I couldn't walk out of Spalding Rehab Hospital each time I went over there without having tears going down my eyes. I was just struck by the suffering that these people had gone through.
But he and others say the filmmakers were thorough in their research and careful in their depictions. Seeing Patriots Day was cathartic, says former Boston Police Commissioner Ed Davis.
Well, I think they nailed it. I think that they squeezed an enormous amount of detail into 2 hours.
And asked about the portrayal of the Tsarnaev brothers, who are featured prominently in the film, Wahlberg said he was and does remain sensitive to anti-Muslim sentiment in the United States.
I don't think these people, the Tsarnaev brothers represented the Muslim culture. All the Muslim brothers that I know are about love and about peace and about unity.
One of the reasons Mark Wahlberg wanted to make Patriots Day is because as the hometown movie guy, he wanted to be first and make sure it was well told, especially amid competing projects. And yes, there will be more. Jake Gyllenhaal stars in Stronger, about marathon survivor Jeff Bauman, next year. Jared Bowen, WGBH News.
Patriots Day opens in Boston, New York, and LA on Wednesday, and elsewhere on January 13th.